Morning. So, in part B, we finished financial statement of a company and tools for financial statement analysis and cash flow statement. Okay. So, today we are going to start a new chapter in the part B. There is a two volume, no? In volume 1, it is a part A, and in part A we already finished the two chapters in part A, that is accounting for not for profit organization and accounting for partnership, the basic concepts, that is a capital account, cost adjustment, final accounts. Okay, so we are going to start the third chapter in the part A, that is called as reconstitution of partnership firm, admission of a partner. Okay, so today we are going, this chapter is included in the periodic assessment, so we have to complete this chapter. Okay, so it's a very simple chapter, that is comparing to the other chapters, this chapter is a very simple chapter, and by the same point is I'm repeating the same point. Only by understanding the concept and the theoretical part we can able to learn more about this chapter, and it's very easy chapter. Okay, so today in this chapter we are going to learn about what is the concept, what is main concept of reconstitution of partnership firm, and identify the modes, what are different types of modes of reconstitution of a partnership firm. So in the modes of reconstitution, there is constitution means, that is the constitution. This refers to the rules and regulations which is framed, whatever the business concern they are going to start, that should be a constitution, that is the rules and regulations. As per the rules and regulations and the constitution, all the members in the business concern have to follow the operational activities in the business concern. So reconstitution means, that is the partnership firm is nothing but it is one of an agreement which is agreement which is created between two or more partners to carry out the business by sharing the profit and losses equally. Okay, so reconstitution means, so there is some of the changes in the rules and regulations. So in what are all the ways the reconstitution will be appear in the partnership firm, we have to know in what are all the ways the reconstitution is appearing in the partnership firm. So first one is the admission of a new partner. So if there is already, if there is a two or three partners, if a new partner is admitting into the partnership firm, so there will be some of the changes in the rules and regulations and sharing of profit and losses, and if there is goodwill, there is some of the calculations we are going to study in the admission of partner. So if for each there is reconstitution may be appear in how many ways? In three ways. Okay, so the first one is admission of a partner, and second one is changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners mean the old partners. Okay, changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, the second way. Next, third one is the retirement. If there is any partner is retired from the business concern, so there will be definitely a reconstitution in the partnership firm. And last one is the death of a partner. Okay, so if there is any accident, or if health basis, if any one of the partner is died means, so there will be definitely a reconstitution in all the terms and agreements, conditions which is framed in the partnership firm. So these are all the four different ways where the reconstitution will be appear in the partnership firm. Okay, so first in this we are going to, that is the reconstitution will be appear in the following four ways, that is admission of partner, change in the profit sharing ratio, retirement and death. Okay, so first we are going to, in this chapter we are going to learn about the first way, that is the admission of a partner. So if there is admission of partner, what are all the what are the changes? Okay, what is the reconstitution which is taken place in the partnership firm? We are going to learn some of the ways and what are all the methods in the accounting problems, and how the accounts are maintained among the partners, how they are sharing the profit and losses among the partners, if the new partner is admitted into the partnership firm. So how the whether the new profit sharing is calculated, or they are following the existing ratio, how the other old partners, as existing partners, are sharing the profit to the new partner. So all the particulars we are going to study in this chapter. Okay, so next one, how to calculate the new profit sharing ratios and also the sacrificing ratio. Okay, so first you are going to study about what is the different type of mode, and next you are going to study about the how to calculate the new profit sharing ratio and also the sacrificing. What is the sacrificing ratio? So if the new partner is admitted in the firms, all the existing partners will definitely sacrifice the profit sharing in to the new partner. So it is called as a sacrificing ratio. Next one is a goodwill. How to calculate the goodwill? Okay, next, what are the different methods of calculating the goodwill, and how the goodwill will be treated under different situations when the new partner is admitted? So how to calculate the goodwill and how the goodwill will be treated if under different type of situations when the new partner is admitted in the business concern. And some of the necessary adjustments, what are all the necessary adjustments have to be taken for revaluing the assets and reassessment of liabilities during the time of admission of a partner, and some of the necessary adjustments for accumulated profits and losses. And next one is how determine the capital of each partner, and if it is required according to the new profit sharing ratio, and make necessary adjustments. So we have to calculate the amount of capital of each partner, and if required according to the new profit, if it is necessary, it will be calculated as per the new profit sharing ratio, and makes necessary adjustments. And also the certain necessary adjustments are also to be calculated on the changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. So these are all the topics which is included in this chapter. Okay, so the first one is admission of a partner. Okay, so admission of a partner, it is called as a new partner which is admitted when the firm needs additional capital. For why there is a need of additional new partner? So whenever the firm needs additional capital or the managerial help, they are admitting a new partner. So according to the provisions of Partnership Act 1932, unless it is otherwise provided in the partnership deed, only if there is a particular which is provided in the partnership deed, a new partner can be admitted only when the existing partners unanimously agree for it. Only if the existing partners agreed, the new partner can be admitted into the business concern. Okay, so this is the first one. Next one is the changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. Second mode. What is the second mode of reconstitution of partner? Changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners. Sometimes the partners of the firm may decide to change their existing profit sharing ratio. So in order to change the existing, it may happen on the account of changes in the existing partners' role in the firm. So for example, if the Ram, Mohan and Sohan are partners in the firm, profit then the ratio of 3:2:1. This is the profit sharing ratio. So totally 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. So what is the share for Ram? 3/6. What is the share for Mohan? 2/6. And what is the share for Sohan? 1/6. And with effect from the April 1, 2017, they decided to share the profits equally as Sohan brings in additional capital. So this results in the change in the existing agreement. So Sohan decide to bring the additional capital. Okay, so they decided to share the profits, that is equally as Sohan brings in additional capital. So this is the changes in the existing agreement. So already they put the sum of the agreement, no, that is as per the agreement 3:2:1 they have to share the profits among the partners. But after April 1, 2017 they decided to share the profits equally. This is called as a changes in the profit sharing ratio among the existing partners, not among the not the new partner is coming inside, only the changes is happening only among the existing partners. Okay, the existing partners means the old partners. Next mode of reconstitution of partnership firm is a retirement of an existing partner. Retirement of existing, that means withdrawal by a partner from the business of a firm, which may be due to his bad health, old age, or change in the business interest. So it is called as the retirement of an existing partner. So due to some of the reasons of health wise, or old age, or changes in the business interest, there may be withdrawal by a partner, that is the partner will be retired from the business concern. So if a partner can retire at any time if the partnership is act at will, that is as per the rules and regulations, the partners can retire at any time. Okay, so death of a partner is another mode of reconstitution of a partnership firm. So what is the death of a partner? So the partnership may also stand reconstituted on a death of a partner, and if the remaining partners decided to continue the business of the firm as usual. So if any partner, if there is a three partner, if any partner is due to some reasons, if there is a death happening, means the remaining partners will continue the partnership firm. Okay, so for example, X, Y, and Z are the partners in the firm in the sharing profit sharing ratio, the ratio of 3:2:1, and if X died, Y and Z decided to carry on the business of sharing the profits equally. Okay, so that is after the death of the one partner, the other two partners will decide to continue the business as per the new terms and agreements which is framed between the two partners. Okay, so these are all the four types of modes of reconstitution of a partnership firm. First one, now we are going to, in this chapter we are going to study about the first mode of reconstitution of a partnership firm, that is called as the admission of a new partner. Okay, so when there is a admission of a partner, only when there is an additional capital which is required by the business concern, or if they need some of the managerial help, there is a in order to expand the business to the next level, a new partner may be admitted to supplement its existing resources. So if a new partner is entering into the business, automatically they have to invest some of the capital, or they have to bring some of the assets as per the partnership agreement which is framed in the Partnership Act. So automatically the capital and the resources of the business firm will be increased. Okay, so a new partner can be admitted in the firm only with the consent of all the existing, only with the decisions of all the existing partners, which is agreed upon to admit the new partner. Okay, so the partnership firm is reconstituted and a new agreement is entered into the carry. So the partnership, as per the Partnership Act, when the new partner is admitted into the partnership firm, the partnership firm is reconstituted. Okay, and a new agreement is framed between the partners to carry out the business. Okay, so newly admitted partner acquires two main rights in the firm. So what are the important rights of rights which is new partner is having? So when the new partner is admitted in the firm, he has the two main rights. First one is right to share the assets of the partnership firm, and right to share the profit of the partnership firm. This is the two main rights of newly admitted partner. Okay, first one is right to share the assets of the partnership firm, and right to share the profits of the partnership firm. So for the right to acquire the shares and the assets and the profit of the partnership firm, the partner brings an agreed amount in order to carry out their rights, or to hand over, that is in order to take the rights in the partnership firm. The new partner will bring an agreed amount of capital, either in the form of cash or in the form of kind. Kind means assets. Okay, so in the case of an established firm which may be in earning more profits than the normal rate of return on its capital, the new partner is required to contribute some additional amount known as a premium or goodwill. Okay, so in case of an established firm, that is if the firm is having a more power, that is in the right way, that they are earning more profit than the normal rate of return on capital, so the new partner is required to contribute some additional amount. So apart from the capital, The new partner should also to contribute additional amount, it is known as a premium or goodwill. Okay, so this is done primarily to compensate the existing partners for loss of their shares in super profit. So what is the reason of bringing the additional capital, that is in the form of premium or goodwill? We have to know the reason, no? So because when the new partner is coming inside, the existing partners are sacrificing some of the profit, share in the profit to the new partner, no? So for that reason, the new partner so new partner is responsible to bring additional amount as a capital in the form of premium or goodwill. Okay, so following are some of the important points which is attention to time of the admission of a new partner. So some of the important points when there is the admission of a new partner. First one is calculation of the new profit sharing ratio and sacrificing ratio, how to value the goodwill, valuation and the adjustment of goodwill, revaluation of asset and reassessment of liabilities, distribution of accumulated profit, that is the reserves, and adjustment of partners capital. So these are the 6 important points when doing the problems relating to the admission of a new partner. First one is the new profit sharing ratio. Okay, so what is in the new profit sharing ratio? We have to know, and we are going to start the problem. So the new partner is admitted, he acquires his shares in the profit from the, he acquires means he purchasing some of the shares in the profit from the old partner. So in other words, on admission of a new partner, the old partner is sacrificing the shares in their profit in the favor of a new partner. Okay, but what will be the share of a new partner? How will we acquire from the existing partner? Is it decided mutually among the old partners? So how they are sacrificing the share of profit to the new partner is mutually decided by the old partners only. Okay, so hence there is a need to ascertain the new profit. So when there is a admission of a new partner, the profit sharing ratio among the old partners will change, keeping in view in the respective contribution of the profit of sharing ratio of the incoming partner. So there is a main need to ascertain. So in the time of admission of partner, the first one is to calculate the new profit sharing ratio. This is the main one. Okay, so this is depends upon how does the new partner acquires his shares from the old partners. So it is only decides on the new partner, how does the new partner is purchasing his shares from the old partner, for which there are many possibilities. Okay, so there are many type of possibilities, and there is many type of calculations of purchasing the share of profit from the old partners. Okay, so see the first sum. Anil, Vishal and partners sharing partners in the ratio. These are all the old partners. Profit sharing ratio is 3:2. That is totally 5. And for Anil 3/5 and Vishal 2/5. Okay, so admitted Sumit as a new partner for 1/5. So what is the 1/5 is the share of profit to Sumit. Sumit is a new partner and the share of Sumit is 1/5. Share in the future profit of a firm. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio of Anil, Vishal and Sumit. See the sum. Sumit's share is 1/5. This is already given in the sum. Okay, so what is the remaining share? So 1 minus 1/5. So we have to calculate the remaining share. So what is from 5 minus 1, balance is 4. So balance is 4/5. Understood? Okay. Sumit's share is 1/5. So what is the remaining share? 5 minus 1, 4. So the balance is 4/5. So see, Anil new share. So Anil new share. What is the old share? Old profit sharing is 3/5. Understood? So in 3/5 we have to multiply the remaining share. So 3/5 into 4/5. Understood? So in the remaining share we have to calculate. Okay, so remaining share is 4/5. So Anil new share. How to calculate the Anil new share? Old share into remaining share. Understood? So the old profit sharing is of Anil is 3 by 5. How it is 3 by 5? Total is 3 plus 2, 5, no? So 3 is for Anil. So 3 by 5 into remaining profit sharing is 4 by 5. So 3 by 5 into 4 by 5 equal to 12 by 25. So what is the Vishal new profit sharing ratio? Same method. What is the Vishal old profit sharing? 2 by 5 into remaining profit sharing is 4 by 5. So 2 by 5 into 4 by 5 equal to 8 by 25. So already in the sum itself, Sumit's share is 1 by 5. Okay. So we have to see, that is for Anil is 12 by 25 and for Vishal 8 by 25. Okay, but in Sumit it is 1 by 5. See the denominator. For Anil 25, denominator is 25. Vishal also denominator is 25, but Sumit 1 by 5. So we have to convert the denominator as 25. So we have to multiply 5 in numerator and denominator. Understood? In order to bring the denominator as 25, that is the equal share, no? So we have to bring the denominator as 25. So we have to multiply 5 in denominator and numerator. So already Sumit's share is 1 by 5. So now we are multiplying 5 in numerator denominator to bring the denominator as 25. So 1 by 5 into 5 by 5. So 1 into 5, 5 by 5 into 5, 25. Now Sumit's share is 5 by 25. Okay. So now we bring the three partners share in the denominator part as 25. That is 12 by 25 is to 8 by 25 is to 5 by 25. Okay. So very simple. The only one is we have to find the remaining profit, that is remaining profit sharing, that is 1 by 5 is the Sumit. So the balance 5 minus 1 is a 4. So the remaining profit sharing is 4 by 5. And in the old partner sharing ratio, we have to multiply with the, that is old profit sharing into remaining profit sharing ratio. We will get the answer. And we have to find and we have to convert the same as a denominator. We have to convert the share in the same denominator. So we are multiplying the number in the numerator and the denominator, and we are bringing the same number in the denominator. Okay. So this is the simple way. Understood? So try to do the second illustration and the third illustration. Okay, try to do this very simple sum. Second illustration and third illustration is a homework and complete in your classwork note. Okay, so the next class we will continue the problems. Understood? Thank you.